Let me take this point across from Mr. Shriram. Mr. Shriram, help me understand right now the mindset of the voters in Baramati, because statistically looking, Ajit Pawar has won 7 times. He virtually is unbeatable there. But all this happened while he was still with Sharad Pawar. A lot has changed since then. Ajit Pawar, of course, tried to put his strength across as well in the Lok Sabha election against Sharad Pawar. That did not work out. He did, of course, promise a lot of things. He's giving a mixed signal as well right now, whether he wants to contest or not. So at the end of the day, how do you look at this battle panning out? Is there really going to be a battle as far as the Baramati Assembly election is concerned, or do you think the Lok Sabha election was a completely different calculation? Assembly elections, Ajit Pawar remains unbeatable.
Good evening, Ashish and your viewers and panelists. The point which we need to understand is that assembly elections are fought on a different narrative compared to the parliamentary elections. And I think Ajit Pawar, who had represented Baramati 7 times, unbeaten, last time he won with a margin of 1,62,000 votes, and people have seen him as a performer. And people have seen him deliver goods as far as Baramati is concerned. If anybody goes to Baramati, and there is an equal credit can be taken by Supriya Sule, and it was there by Sharad Pawar also. I think the gentleman from BJP who spoke before me, I tend to go with him, saying that when it came to the question of Supriya Sule, who's a tested commodity, versus Ajit Pawar's wife, the people went for Supriya Sule. And also, people do not vote for the same reason twice. If Ajit Pawar had betrayed Sharad Pawar, which is what is the Sharad Pawar party's narrative now, is that that punishment had been meted out by the voters of Baramati to Ajit Pawar and his group, and he trailed or she trailed by over 50,000 votes. Now the assembly election is all about the yojnas, about the development, about who has to form the government, and we have also seen the kind of swift manner.
But Mr. Shriram, sorry to interrupt you. You just spoke about a different issue as far as assembly elections is concerned. You also said Ajit Pawar this time has a completely different narrative. Help me understand what his narrative is, because he comes out and claims credit for a scheme, and suddenly you see the BJP and the Shinde Sena workers clearly come out and say that, well, he's trying to steal credit, he's trying to do this. So it's almost like Ajit Pawar cannot go to the Sharad Pawar faction because he's not welcome there. He can't even come to the BJP and Shinde Sena faction because even here the workers are protesting. So it's almost like he's lost right now. What's the narrative with which Ajit Pawar is going into this election?
I think it is very clear that BJP, Shiv Sena, which is led by Eknath Shinde, and Ajit Pawar are staying together. The kind of differences. In fact, you must be asking these questions to Mahavika Agadi. The nominations have already started filing, and the dates have already been announced, and debut yesterday onwards it started. And just few minutes back, we came to know that 85 seats is what they're going to contest as of now, which comes to 255 seats, and still they're waiting for another, say, probably 32 seats. On the contrary, 183 or 184 candidates have already been announced by Magayuti, and 99 have been announced by NDA. Now, who is fighting amongst themselves? You have seen Nana Patol and Sanjay Raut sharing the kind of statements which have been seen in the media. Now, why is that media picks and chooses? If you have to say, yes, there have been some people who have been critical about Ajit Pawar, agreed. But the kind of dogfight which has been going on within the Mahavika Agadi between Uddhav Thackeray's group and Congress party. Now, why is it that is not being highlighted? Isn't it that is not going to get affected? That's going to get affected. Do you think Congress is going to fight? Congress, which won 13 out of the 16 seats it contested, and Sharad Pawar, who won 8 out of the 10 seats, do you think the workers are going to cooperate with Uddhav Thackeray faction, who have never had a strike rate of more than 35 to 40%? The best strike rate with Uddhav Thackeray ever had was 44%. He used to contest 165 seats. He used to contest 125 seats last time.
Okay.
And now he's just
Mr. Shriram, you seem to have a lot of questions there for the Mahavikas Agadi. Clyde Crasto is on the broadcast with us. You can ask a question directly to Mr. Clyde Crasto.
He will say what he wants to say. And that is not going to be the pulse of the workers.
Okay. Mr. Clyde Crasto, clearly here the comment coming in from a political commentator here is that Mahavikas Aghadi continues to remain a divided house. You continue to attack Ajit Pawar without realizing that the alliance that you have stitched together is also just as unholy. How do you respond to this?
No, Ashish, first and foremost, I think you are the anchor of the show. And I think, you should do your job and refrain from telling some other person. I can't see clearly. I thought Asif was the BJP spokesman. Looks like there are two BJP spokespersons on the debate, right? So you as an anchor, please refrain from telling other people to ask me a question. I'm come here on your debate, if you have forgotten that. So don't ask. I'm not here to answer other people. I'm here to discuss with you.
Mr. Clyde Crasto, the question was being asked to me. And I said, I'm not representing the Mahavikas Aghadi here. We already have a panelist who's representing the Mahavikas Aghadi. So I'm trying to direct the question to you.
Your debate. So go ahead and ask me. Yeah, so ask me.
All right, Mr. Clyde Crasto, the question that is being asked here. Okay, I'll rephrase the question. The question that is being asked right now, Mr. Clyde Crasto, is that you're trying to paint a picture that Mr. Ajit Pawar is not wanted in the Mahayuti. He doesn't have a narrative, but at the end of the day, what we see here is that there are completely contradicting statements coming out from Nana Patole, from Sanjay Raut, which also shows that the opposition also continues to be a divided house.
No, so I think, Ashish, I don't know how many debates you've done with, Mahayuti going, having a problem and people going out on the street against Ajit Pawar, people calling that, vomiting and nauseating when Ajit Pawar is there. They call I don't know if you've done these debates, but I'm not painting a picture. I'm only stating the facts that come out in the open. The people are against Ajit Pawar in the Mahayuti. So if you don't know, I would like to highlight you the fact. Go back and just do a research. They call Ajit Pawar's department as Nalayak department. Okay, people from the Shinde camp said that they feel like vomiting when they sit next to Ajit Pawar in a cabinet meeting and they come out. People came out on the streets of Pune saying that Ajit Pawar is claiming the all the credit for the Ladki Bahin Yojana. So these are things that I'm not painting. I am a painter, an artist. I'll send you my drawings and paintings and cartoons, but I'm not painting a picture here. This is the fact that I'm trying to state. So there is a lot of problems within the Mahayuti. And the thing is, we as spokesperson and people coming on television, we can say what we want to say. But the truth is out in the open. Nobody's fighting with anybody. We are together. We are a strong unit. We proved that in the Lok Sabha. We will prove that now in the Vidhan Sabha elections. Time will come. 20th, I'm here. You are here. Let's get back and look at it.
All right. Mr. Asif Bamla, how do you respond to this? Because, of course, a lot of valid points that Mr. Clyde Crasto is raising here. We've seen some of the statements that have come in from your leaders and your party workers as well. And also, a lot of political analysts are also of the opinion that it's almost like a alliance of convenience. And it's almost like right now, a lot of people in the BJP as well as the Shinde faction look at Ajit Pawar as someone that's, of course, a liability, someone that they need to get rid of. Do you think that's the right judgment that's coming in from political analysts? Because the kind of statements that are coming out, these are alarming statements.
Well, any statement coming from any individual is an individual statement. That's not a party line. So let me first clear that. And there are many statements coming against each other from between Sanjay Raut towards the Congress and to the other. But we don't want to get into it because let's be tactical. We are sitting at the helm of an election. So let's talk off and about electioneering. And electioneering is about facts and figures. What can we see? I mean, our candidates, I reside in Banpan. We are going to, day after tomorrow, to file our nominations for Ashish Shararji. So we are already out and done with our first 1/4 of our works. So they're yet in doldrums. Well, that's their problem, and we're not interested to get into that. Now, to the second question, that the NCP spokesperson mentioned in that, let me also submit that of what I understand is that Ajit Pawar was not keen on fighting this election from Baramati. He could have had many options, and of course, he's not a confined leader of Baramati because we've been in the NCP earlier, so we know the reach, the grip of the leader as well. So we understand where it comes from. A. B. He could have fought from anywhere else. But we've been seeing from the past fortnight the number of force and pressure of the workers of Baramati that we want someone who's an experienced man. Okay, fine. We understand that Supriya Tai was definitely an experienced man. We, as a BJP spokesperson, do certainly endorse that because we've seen her work, her craft in her constituency. So we don't disagree with that. Now, coming back to here, we've also seen the work and the craft, the capability, the credentials of Ajit Pawar ji. That cannot be even